Kamala Harris did not lose this election because she's a woman. She lost this election because there were American families sitting there telling her how they couldn't afford to put food in their fridge.
Whoa!
And her solution was
Let
to
her
bring
cook.
out Meg the Stallion.
I've never ever in my entire life wanted to be a homeowner or like marry someone who wanted to be a homeowner. And so it just sucks now that houses will probably be a little bit more affordable. I just wanted to live in an apartment the rest of my life.
You will own nothing and you will be happy. This is young women explain why they're mad that Kamala didn't get elected. Like, what? You want like, listen to this. Listen to this.
Get ready with us while we tell you why we're so mad that Kamala didn't get elected president.
All right.
I just really was excited to see my future daughter get destroyed by men in sports. You know, would have been a proud mom moment.
I've never ever in my entire life wanted to be a homeowner or like marry someone who wanted to be a homeowner. And so it just sucks now that houses will probably be a little bit more affordable. I just wanted to live in an apartment the rest of my
You will own nothing and you will be happy.
life.
I wanted my future son to be able to
Left
use
is
a
losing it.
tampon in a men's restroom without being judged,
Is his name Tim?
or just like in general.
It just sucks to me that the border is going to have more restrictions now. I wanted drugs to be more readily available for people who really needed them in their life. I thought it was something that's
Yeah, now the price of fentanyl is just gonna go skyrocketing because it's gonna be so hard to get.
good for our economy, good for the homeless population.
I was really excited to lose all these boys to World War III. Trying to get out of our hair.
I really wanted my third grader to learn about sexual reassignment surgery and stuff like that. I just don't understand why people wouldn't want their kids to learn about
That is, I can't even. Even though they're joking, that still just blows my fucking mind that that's even an
It
argument.
breaks my heart that people want to keep that secret from their kids. Teach them young.
Teach them young.
I was excited to keep paying $4 for gas. If you can't afford it, you don't deserve it.
Yeah, broke ass. Just like with Pokemon's cookie, you couldn't afford a $20 cookie. Broke ass. Go get a second job.
I was really hoping that if Kamala became president, she would take back the abortion rights and put it in the hands of the government rather than the states. I just want my daughter to be able to have that option in case she does get pregnant in high school. I'm sure she'll be sleeping around. So.
You know, there's college. She has to go to college next.
College, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. In this case, this is probably the biggest thing that I disagree with most of the right on. Where it's just like at this body, it's. I'm not a man. I'm not going to tell a woman what they can and can't do with their body. But I'm kind of like there's a comedian, Bill Burr. He has a bit where it's like you should be able to get an abortion, but you're also killing a human. Like nothing lives in a vacuum. There's no such thing that's ever really singular. We live in this duality of the world. So you can have your action, but you're gonna have to live with the consequences of it.
I just want her to be able to have an abortion if she really needs it.
Yeah, like she wouldn't have to lift a finger if it was Kamala.
Exactly.
I was really looking forward to the motivational opportunity that I would get by going on campus to the women's restroom and seeing some male genitals. I would have been so motivated to study.
Yeah, seeing some dick just really gets you in the mood to hit some books, doesn't it?
I was gotten so excited.
Yeah.
I really just wanted my child to be able to have a transition and make that decision for himself whenever he's young. I don't think that he needs to be 18 to decide what he can and can't do with his body.
Even at 18, I'm 30 years old right now. From 15 to 18, there's a different Elrod. From 18 to 21 to 21 to 25 to 25 to 28 and 28 to 30 has all been very different versions of myself. So for better or for worse, and I would like to think I'm the best version of myself right now, but still we changed so much. And as a kid, it feels like 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Like every year is a new version of yourself.
He's literally knows exactly what he wants to do. If he wants to be a female, then he can do that. And
Trump, quit taking away our rights.
it breaks my heart that people think that they shouldn't be able to do that.
No.
No.
I wouldn't rush to bomb us because I'm single and I really wanted to meet a Russian boy, a cute little Russian boy.
A Leo, a Smoltrov. She wanted to meet a little Smoltrov.
Or Putin.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god, Gen X and the outer millennials are raising smart daughters. Nice. MAGA women are harder than the trolls we've been seeing. I mean, he said it, not me. You could tell this is parody because these ladies are attractive. What is this?
There were American families. Kamala Harris did not lose this election because she's a woman. She lost this election because there were American families sitting there telling her how they couldn't afford to put food in their fridge. And her solution was to bring out Meg Thee Stallion to twerk on stage alongside just about every single one of P. Diddy's friends to endorse her. She lost this election because there were Americans who lost everything in an absolutely horrific hurricane. And she sat there telling them that $750 should be enough for them if they even qualify. Well, be enough for them. One more time. Because there were Americans who lost everything in an absolutely horrific hurricane, and she sat there telling them that $750 should be enough for them if they even qualify, while simultaneously funding illegals staying in 5-star hotels in New York City, receiving 3 meals a day provided to them by taxpayer dollars.
I was born in North Carolina. This one cuts very close to the bone for me. When this came out, and in the same day that the hurricane swept through North Carolina, our government sent $175 million to Lebanon, and then put a $750 loan application. A loan application? You have to get that approved by Congress, but we could send $175 million overseas without even worrying about it. What are we doing?
She lost this election because she sat there talking about how anti-racism she was, while simultaneously blaming straight white men for just about every.
And the people who should also be mad is Hawaii and the people in Flint, Michigan. Like, they have every right to be just as mad because they're still in a shitty situation and still needing help from the government and still getting ignored from those same very people.
Every single problem this country has. Isn't it funny that if you demonize a group of people long enough for merely existing, they might not want to vote for you? American politics has changed forever. You will no longer be able to sit there and bully Americans into voting for you. It won't work. Unfortunately, our politicians on both sides seem to forget that they are actually public servants. They answer to the public, not the other way around. And they need to get behind that. They need to understand that.
Yes, technically, we are their bosses. They are not our boss. They don't get to talk to us and degrade us. We put them in power. We pay their paychecks. No longer can you talk to us like we're freaking idiots. Yes, the public education system sucks, but you know what? A lot of people have been doing their own research. A lot of people have been doing their own time reading and getting knowledge elsewhere and honestly educating themselves so much better and more efficiently than going to a fucking 4-year college that you're going to come out with $60,000 of debt.
And they need
and brainwashed. And Flint, Michigan still has lead in the water. And the fluoride's still in the water, and it's turning the freaking frogs gay.
to change
Not for long, though, because RFK is taking that out. Let's go, Bobby.
and reform their policies to fit what the public is saying, or they will get left in the dust, as Kamala learned the hard way yesterday.
Damn. Yo, my generation and younger women, they are based. We gotta love conservative women. Yo, this is reassuring. I had a video on YouTube recently where it was like, why are all the men turning right? I think we may need to readjust this and say, why are all Americans turning right? Because I was listening to Joe Rogan and Theo Von, and Theo said something along the lines where it's like, we need to have new names because it doesn't even feel like we're Republicans or Democrats anymore. It feels like pre-COVID. Now it's post-COVID and everything is so radically different that it doesn't even feel like we have an elephant or a donkey and an elephant as the representation of the political party. You know, I don't know what we need to call it because it doesn't feel like Democrats don't feel like what a Democrat is 2000 to 2024. Democrat isn't the same thing. It's like two completely different animals. They went through a couple different updates and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? I live an hour drive from Flint city. I live an hour drive from Flint. My city has better water treatment plant, and we're still sending water to them. It's so frustrating. It absolutely is so frustrating.